Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against Lee. This is just another random person from the online festival plaza. And as you can see, he has a really nice looking team there, very well balanced, which should make for another good match. So we're going to get right into it. So, looking at his team, I really wasn't sure what he was going to lead with there. He definitely has a lot of solid choices, but he ends up leading with the Lowland Persian, as I decided to lead with my Quagsire, good old Quagmire. So, he is just going to go straight for the taunt here, probably predicting a status move on my side, but I just decided to go for the Earthquake instead, trying to get as much damage as possible on this thing. It is going to knock him down only by about a quarter, which was not too much. So this turn he is going to go for a Parting Shot, which is going to lower my attack and special attack stats, and of course give him the mandatory switch, and off of that he is going to come in with the Rotom Heap form. But I decided to anticipate a switch on his side and go for the Waterfall instead this turn, which is going to take him down by about 2/3, which was nice. So this turn he is going to go for a Trick, which was pretty interesting. He is going to go ahead and switch items with me, so he is going to give me a Choice Scarf, as I'm going to give him leftovers. So I'm going to hit him with another Waterfall, which will be more than enough to finish off the Rotom, dropping him down to 5 Pokemon, and that is going to be it for the taunt. So then he is going to come in with Toxapex, and unfortunately I am Choice Scarf locked into Waterfall, which is no good. I have to switch out here, so I'm going to come in with my Galvantula, as he actually switches as well, predicting the switch on my side into his Mudsdale. So interesting matchup here. I'm going to go for the switch because I don't really like the matchup for me. I'm going to switch in with my Mismagius, predicting the ground move, which he does go for the high horsepower, so not going to do anything to me there thanks to the levitate ability. So I'm going to outspeed him for sure this turn. I am going to go for the energy ball, trying to get as much damage as possible. That does knock him down to about 1/3 and trigger his stamina ability to raise his defense, as he is just going to go for the stealth rock in return to get the entry hazard set up on me. So this turn he is going to go for the switch, doesn't want to get taken out with another energy ball, so he's going to come in with the Toxapex, predicting that, as I am going to go for another energy ball, hoping he would stay in there. So not going to do much of any damage to this thing, as he does regain some health with the Black Sludge. So this turn I am going to go for a Shadow Ball here. I'm just going to try and whittle this thing down. That does knock him a little below half with a critical hit, as he does go for a Scald in return. Not going to do much damage to me since I am max special defense with an Assault Vest, but he does get the burn, which does suck. So he is going to regain some more health from the Black Sludge, as I am going to take some residual damage from the burn. So he is going to go for the switch once again, directly into his Lopunny this time. Probably predicting another Shadow Ball, which I do go for, not going to do anything there, so he does get a free switch, and then I do take more damage from the burn. So he is going to go for the Mega Evolution here into Mega Lopunny, and he is just going to go for a return here. It is going to hit me thanks to the Scrappy ability that this thing has, and unfortunately that is going to be enough to take out my Mismagius, dropping me down to 5 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come in with Quagsire and take some damage from the rocks, and he's just going to go for a power-up punch here, which isn't going to do too much damage, but it is going to raise his attack stat, which is pretty important for him. I'm going to go for an Earthquake in return, trying to get as much damage as possible, and that is going to knock him down to about 1/3 health, which was pretty good for me. But this turn, he is just going to go for a high jump kick. Unfortunately, he doesn't miss, and that is going to actually take out my Quagsire, dropping me down to 4 Pokemon. So then I am going to come in with Darmanitan and take some damage from the rocks. And he is going to go for the switch here, probably predicting the Choice Scarf on my side. He is going to come in with the Mudsdale basically as fodder, as I am just going to go for the Flare Blitz, hoping he would stay in. So that is going to be enough to take out the Mudsdale, fortunately, which is going to drop him down to 4 Pokemon, as I am going to take some damage from the recoil. So then he is going to come back in with Toxapex. And I am Choice Scarf locked into the Flare Blitz, so I do have to switch out here. So I am going to switch directly into my Galvantula once again. I am going to take some damage from the rocks as he is going to go for the double switch, predicting the switch on my side into his Alolan Persian once again. So he is going to go for the Fake Out here. It was a little bit of a surprise he had that on there, but he does get the chip damage and the flinch, so nothing I can do this turn. So this turn he is going to go for the Parting Shot, which is going to lower my attack and special attack and give him the mandatory switch, and off of that he is going to come in with the Lopunny once again, which was a pretty risky play, probably predicting the Sticky Web on my side, but I do go for the Volt Switch instead, hoping to deal damage to whatever he throws in. Unfortunately, he just barely survives that in the red, and I am going to get the mandatory switch here back into my Darmanitan and take more damage from the rocks. So he's going to go for the Fake Out here, and unfortunately I thought I would be able to take one of those if he was packing it. Unfortunately I was not, so that is going to take my Darmanitan out, dropping me down to 3 Pokemon, which was pretty unfortunate. So then I'm going to come in with my Drapion, which is going to force him to switch out. Doesn't want to lose the Lopunny, so he's going to come in with the Persian here once again, as I am just going to go for a Cross Poison, which is going to take him down to about a 1/3 health. So this turn I am going to go for the switch directly into my Wigglytuff, predicting the Parting Shot on his side, trying to get my competitive ability triggered. So he actually ends up carrying the Z move on this thing, which turns out to be the Z Parting Shot, actually, which is going to lower my attack and special attack. My competitive ability is actually going to trip once each for this, so it ends up after the -1 in special attack, and then the +4 actually being a +3 in special attack, which is really nice for me. But unfortunately, he is going to switch in with the Lopunny off that, and thanks to the Z Parting Shot, it actually does put him all the way back up to full health there, which is pretty unfortunate for me to deal with. I'm going to regain some health with the leftovers there, which was nice. But this turn he is just going to go for a Fake Out for more chip damage and the mandatory flinch, which he does get. That takes me down to about 3/4 health. I am going to regain more health with the leftovers here, but this turn he is just going to go for the return. And unfortunately I am not able to take one of those despite being max HP, so that is going to take out my Wigglytuff, airdropping me down to just 2 Pokemon. So then I'm going to come back in with the Drapion and take more damage from the rocks, as he is going to switch out back into the Toxapex. I did anticipate the switch though and decided to go for the Z move that I have, which is actually the Z Acupressure, which is going to increase my critical hit ratio, and also the Acupressure will increase a random stat, and I actually end up getting a defense boost there, which was pretty nice. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake this turn. I know I'm going to outspeed him, and here I actually end up getting a critical hit since my critical hit ratio was increased. That is actually going to one-shot kill the Toxapex there, dropping him down to 3 Pokemon, which was nice for me. So then he is going to come back in with the Persian, and he is going to go for the Fake Out once again to get some more chip damage. Doesn't do much thanks to my defense increase, but he does get the flinch. Nothing I can do this turn. So this turn he is going to go for the Foul Play, again just trying to chip me away, but I am going to take that really well. Hit him up with a Cross Poison in return, which is a guaranteed critical hit now thanks to the Z Acupressure, which does finish off the Persian, dropping him down to 2 Pokemon. So then he is going to come back in with Lopunny, and once again just going to go for the Fake Out to get the chip damage and the mandatory flinch, which he does get. Nothing I can do about it. This turn he is going to outspeed once again and hit me with a Power-Up Punch to get that attack increase. That does leave me at about 1/3 of my health. I am going to hit him with a Cross Poison in return, which he does actually survive in the red, which was a little bit of a surprise after a crit. he is going to hit me with a return, which I actually barely survive in the red with 7 HP, which was awesome. That is going to allow me to hit him with another cross poison crit to finish off the Lopunny and drop him down to just 1 Pokemon. So finally he is going to come in with the Alolan Ninetales, and the Snow Warning is going to make it hail on the battlefield. Unfortunately, he is going to outspeed me here and go for a Freeze Dry, and that is going to finally finish off my Drapion, dropping me down to just 1 Pokemon. So finally I am going to come back in with my Galvantula, take some damage from the rocks, and he does outspeed me here. He might be Choice Scarf, I'm not sure, but he does go for the Freeze Dry. I am able to live that with 2 HP in the red, which was awesome, which is going to let me go for a Thunder in return. Unfortunately, it is only going to take him down by about half, and then I am going to go down to the hail damage this turn, and that is game. So I lost that one 1-0 to Lee, but that was a great game, very close, very competitive, definitely could have gone either way. But thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is actually going to be the last battle that I post with this team. I did have a lot of fun using it, although unfortunately it didn't turn out to be quite as successful as I had hoped. But as is always the case, I am going to be putting it to the side for now, and next time I am going to be back with another brand new team for you guys. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.